Hello everybody, welcome back to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolates Chocolate Designs. Say hello when you jump on, hit that heart button for me to let me know that you are here and that you are watching tonight. I should actually say aloha, you guys, because we're going to do a nice, amazing tropical project today that I hope you guys absolutely love. So as soon as I get this keyword pulled up, you can type that in the comments there and you'll get the supply list for all of the things that we're going to be using tonight. So the keyword is flower, F-L-O-W-E-R. Type flower in the comments, say hello to me, and I'm going to say hello back to you as soon as I can get this pulled. You guys, my head's cut off again. Oh man. I really don't feel like hiking my gut back up on the table though, so I think I'm going to leave it alone tonight. But hello to all my friends. Hey, Terry and Tina. Hello, Corey and Wendy. Hello, Carol. Hello, Kelly. Hi, Sissy. Hi, Pam and Roxanne and Leanne and Brenda and Colleen and Laura Lund and Carol. Oh my goodness, all my friends. Hey, Cheryl. Hello, everybody. Hi, Pam. Aloha, girlfriend. All right, you guys. Hey, Janet. So we have a new collection. Did I even get... You guys, I didn't even get the transfer out. What was I thinking? I went to get it out and then I started putting some away and then I didn't get it out. Because that's where my mind's at right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hi, Rachel. Hello, Roseanne. How are you doing? All right, you guys, hold a second. Because I didn't do it. Oh my goodness. Where is it? Oh my gosh. Y'all, I can't believe I just did that, but I found it already. Here we go. We're almost ready. You guys, I've just got so much on my mind right now with all the things going on this weekend. If you guys have not heard, this weekend I will be away. I'm actually leaving tomorrow to go on a little retreat with a bunch of other ladies from Chalk, and we are going to be hosting a fundraising event for Watts of Love. Okay, so you guys, check those flyers that are on my page. Make your $5 donation. Get in on our bingo game and our Plinko game and our spin wheel game. Win prizes. You guys, there's going to be prizes to be won, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun on Saturday. And Friday, we're going to have a kickoff party with a live auction of a whole bunch of finished goods, including my own creations and that of a whole bunch of other designers. We're going to be designing our butts off while we're there to make more and more stuff to auction off so that we can make a lot of funds for Watts of Love. So you guys, if you need help with that, please send me a message, okay? All right, you guys. Hi to everybody who just jumped on. Whew, let me take a breath. Whew, okay. Here it is. Here's our transfer for tonight. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because this reminds me right here of my trip to Hawaii that I took with John. I took him for his, I think it was his 34th birthday. And it was just after my dad had passed away. And we did take a trip to Hawaii. Ellie was just over a year old. And it was a trip of a lifetime. Okay, so whenever I see the hibiscus pattern, it does remind me of that trip. I just love this one so, so, so much. And we have... Yay, Pam! I'm so glad. We have got a color of the month. And our color of the month is amazing, and it's going to look fantastic with this. Now, it's an ink this month, you guys. This color is only available this month while supplies last with a $75 order placed on the site, okay? Now, you guys, tonight, if you place at least a $50 order and you type in MOM15 in the promo code box, you're going to save an extra 15%. And that also includes the extra 15% off of your jar of color of the month. That ends tonight, you guys. There's also a free gift with purchase. There are only a couple of those free gifts with purchase left. So place your order before my live is even over if you've got one to get that free gift with purchase and type MOM15 into the promo box. All right, it's called Ever After. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous green color. It's an ink. And I really wanted to do something with this tonight before this stuff sells out. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all. Look at that color. It's metallic, beautiful green. I cannot even. This is so pretty. And it's going to look amazing with this Aloha transfer, okay? Went to Hawaii in September 2009. Mom's chemotherapy stopped working. So her oncologist told her to go and enjoy what time she had left. So you went to Hawaii for 2 weeks. I love that, Carol. I love that. So just before my dad passed away, he and I spent a lot of time together. You guys, a lot of time together before he passed away. I was eating up every minute that I possibly could with my dad because we knew, right? We didn't know he was going to go that fast, but we knew that he was going, that he was dying. And he told me a story about my grandma and grandpa. Oh, thank you, Erlene. So he told me a story about my grandma and grandpa. My grandpa had passed away about 10 years before my dad did. And my grandpa's biggest regret in life, he told my dad, was not taking my grandma to Hawaii because they had the money to go. After they retired, they had the money and the time to go. And that was on her bucket list. That was the only thing that she wanted to do before she passed away, was to go to Hawaii. And they never went. So when my dad passed away and I inherited a little bit of cash, you guys, John and I went to Hawaii in memory of my grandma. And I just wanted to, I wanted to go there and make sure that she was with me. And I felt like she was the whole time. And I wanted to honor her. And I loved it, y'all. I loved it. Hi, Patty. All right, you guys, this is a pillow cover. These are our square pillow covers, and they come in a 2-pack, and they're bright white, which I absolutely love. So we have a couple of different sizes in ink mats. And if I can find the right size, oh, for goodness gracious. Hi, Linda. This is the 17 by 17 that really does fit this particular pillowcase perfectly. Now mine, I did a sweatshirt on. It's not as sticky as it should be right now. But you guys, if you want to stick around to the end, I will show you what I do to clean my ink mats, okay? We just got to get this pillowcase finished first. And then I will clean my ink mat tonight live to show you how it's done. All right, so we're going to just take this ink mat. We're going to put it right in the middle. This is going to keep all of this ink from going through to the back side of this pillowcase. And it's going to, if anything is caked up, it's going to stay right in there. Y'all, it protects your entire thing. Hey, Carol. And then once you've got that in there, you can actually zip this closed. Oh, thank you. And we're just going to press that down. Now, mine's not going to stick all that well because mine is not very sticky at the moment, but we're going to press it down and just let that stick right to that ink mat. Just like so. And press out as many wrinkles as we possibly can. Hey, Lori. Hello, Joy. How are you guys doing tonight? I think you guys are going to love this because the idea that I have in mind is, I think this is going to be a showstopper. A blow you away moment. So if you're new to my page, these are reusable silkscreen transfers. So you use chalk paste or ink, and then you just wash them and put them back on your backer sheet and reuse them over and over and over again, which is amazing. Keyword is flower. Thank you. Was always my mom's dream. My sister and I took her right after she was diagnosed with dementia. So glad we got her there. Oh, that's awesome. It's such a beautiful place. You guys, if you've been to Hawaii, I want to know, what islands did you visit? Or islands, if you went island hopping. Let me know in the comments. Okay, y'all, here it is. It's gorgeous. We're going to pull this right off the backer sheet. And they're super, super sticky. Now, when I'm done, I will take this to my bathtub, and I will wash this one in my bathtub. So when I'm doing a big surface like this, I'm just going to take half my transfer off the backer sheet and just kind of roll it like that to where it's underneath it. And then find my placement. Okay? And then once I've got that placed on where I want it to be, I can roll the rest of the backer sheet off of here. I can replace it in a different spot if I need to, and I do need to. But it just makes it easier to get it off of there without the risk of it sticking to itself. Now I can just kind of fan it and go from there. All right, this is a D size, and it should fit on here perfectly, but I actually think that this one is a little bit too big. That's okay. All right, and I'm going to show you guys how to combat that so that your color doesn't roll over the edges. Oahu. Oh my gosh, Maui. That's where we went to, Christine. And it was gorgeous. The big island, Kauai, Maui. Is that Lonnie? And Oahu? Went to all their islands, were stationed there in 1975 and 1976. Oh my gosh, Dale, how was that for you? I mean, Hawaii is so beautiful, but to be stationed there, I mean, I guess if you got to be stationed somewhere, that would be a good place to be stationed, right? Hi, Banda, Honolulu, and then Maui. Oahu and Maui, those islands were absolutely beautiful and amazing. Yes. Waikiki, because my daughter was there and her husband was stationed there. Oh my gosh. So a lot of you guys have been to Hawaii. All right, I'm going to create a border with some tape on here. Just because as you get closer to your edges, your ink may want to run under there and you're going to end up with a few more bubbles. So to avoid that, I'm just going to go with the spots where I know it's going to lay down flat, like right here. And I'm just going to tape off the rest of my transfer. That way I don't have any worries at all about air bubblage and about having runs in my ink, okay? And I'm going to do that all the way around and just trying to make it a little bit more of a border on here. It will be fine, y'all. It was nice. All right, let's try for right there. So if you struggle when you're doing any of these, a big pillowcase or something, with having your paste kind of roll on the edges and getting air bubbles and just glops of ink in spots where you don't want it, this could be the best way to go, okay? Been to Maui, that was a long time ago. Went to Oahu. So I could go to Pearl Harbor for the 4th of July. 3 years ago, family and friends all went to the Big Island to celebrate your 50th birthday. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of Hawaii trips. Your son was stationed there and he hated it. Did he hate it because it was Hawaii, or did he hate it because he was stationed there? I'm going to move this up just a little bit. So you guys see what I'm doing? I'm just creating a little bit more of a border on here just to make it easier for myself. And I'm going to go right here as well. And then everything else is going to be really, really well pressed down. His birthday is December 7th, so we went over his birthday and went to Pearl Harbor. I took John for his birthday too. Hi, Tony. All right, so all we've done is put a transfer on right now, and so far I just taped it. So we've got a good border here going, just to be sure that we don't have any air bubbles that kind of show up when we do go over the sides. All right, you guys, I have 4 different colors I'm using tonight, and these are all going to be amazing colors. And I want to show you guys a technique that I think you're absolutely going to love when doing this hibiscus pattern, okay? Oh, man, wish me luck. All right, so we've got 2 greens, because I like to make sure that I've got a little bit of variation in color in my projects. I just think it brings them to life a little bit more. So we're going to use Meadow, and we're also going to use Ever After. And you guys can see they are different in color, but slightly. So we're just going to kind of see what happens when we use those 2 in the same area. And then we're also going to use Couture Coral and Bumblebee together. Are you guys excited for this? Oh my gosh, I'm excited! Hi, Kim! The tourist and no seasons. I get that. I'm kind of over having seasons here because I live in Michigan, but I get it. All right, let me find my favorite brush here. Actually, this one right here is going to work well. And this one right here is the other one I was looking for. Okay, I got them both. I'm doing good, Ro. How are you doing? Hi, Lynn. Okay, I got them both. And I'm not going to show you yet. All right, y'all. Whenever you're doing ink, we are going to start at the top and we're going to work our way towards us. We do that so that we're not putting our arm through the different areas. So go ahead and open up all 4 jars of your paste or ink or whatever you're using and start in one direction and just bring yourself all the way down, okay? And that's what we're going to do tonight. So I'm going to open up all 4 jars. Couture Coral, Bumblebee. Can't wait to see my crap. Well, thank you, Ro. Oh my goodness. All right, there's our Meadow and our brand new one, this really, really gorgeous Ever After color. And I know you guys can't see those. They're off camera a little bit. All right, you guys ready for this? Here we go. I'm going to start over here. Y'all, I know it's part of it's going to be off camera. I can't really avoid it because this is a big surface. But we're going to do all the small leaves in just Ever After. And that is really, really, really the perfect consistency. I love it. Your dad, 91 years young, grows yellow and pink hibiscus. Oh, you're going to love this. You are going to love this then. Oh, y'all, I cannot wait to show you what the Ever After looks like. This is beautiful. All right, so far I've got a little bitty part of one leaf done. Thanks for the stars, Carol. You're back home, yay! All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my Bumblebee Yellow, and I'm hoping you guys can see this flower right here. I think you can. Hi, Sandy. And I am just going to start around the edges of this flower. And we're going to add some Bumblebee, but we're going to leave the middle of it. All right, so just doing the edges first. Really pretty dark pink hibiscus. It gets bigger every year. Do they come back? Or is it an indoor plant? See, I wouldn't know. I kill everything that, I kill every plant that I ever get. I'm not at all good with plants. I've got the biggest black thumb ever when it comes to plants. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, now I'm going to grab my Couture Coral. And we're going to put this right in the middle. They do, oh my gosh. Maybe I need to get one and try again. And I'm just going to draw a circle right in the center with this Couture Coral, okay? Now I'm going to come back in with a little bit more, and I'm just going to kind of tap it off around the edge of that circle. You guys kind of see what I'm doing? Just tap, 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 tap. Just like so. Really? Did you not know what color they were going to be, or is that the colors that you picked for them? All right, let's fill this yellow back in, and we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to kind of tap a little bit off. So we have a little bit of excess ink to work with. There we go. All right, you guys. Here's my brush. These right here are actually makeup brushes. And I love these as little blenders. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the yellow. And I'm just going to blend that right into that pink. And merge those two colors together to make this gorgeous orange color coming out from the center. They had blooms on them, so you knew, aw, hibiscus will come back. So can you guys see how that's just kind of getting in there and making that gorgeous orange? I might need a little bit more yellow on there. And we're just going in a circular motion where those two colors kind of come together and blending out and blending in. Thank you. See, I need a little bit more yellow right here. I feel like I got way too much of that pink and not enough yellow right there. So we're going to bring some more yellow in. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. I love it. All right. We have another one. We're going to do all of these the same with the same colors. I want all of my hibiscus to be the same color. Now this one right here, we're probably only going to need to use the brush that's got a little bit of the pink on it because the center of it is actually off the pillowcase itself. So we probably don't even need to put any more of the Couture Coral on there. Very tropical looking, isn't it? Your mom has a hibiscus that's 7 feet tall. How long has she had this thing? You have that tool? Use it up, girl. All right, I'm just going to add a little bit of that pink from this one so it still has that yellow or that orangish color on it. And just giving that a little bit of that pink right there. Thank you. So that's what we have, you guys. Oh my goodness, that does look awesome. I love it. I missed a spot though. I can see it right there. I got a couple spots, y'all, where I did not have enough paste. Enough ink. No big deal. We're just going to kind of come back through and add a little bit more. Make sure that all that pillow cover is completely covered. Oh my goodness. Looking gorgeous. Okay, now we're going to do the same type of thing with the leaves, okay? All of my small leaves, like this one here that's kind of up in the corner, I'm going to do just with that Ever After color. But when I get to the big ones, we're going to add 2 colors together in that one as well. And we're going to do a similar technique. I didn't even know that they got that big. I had no idea that they got that big. All right, so with this one, you guys, it's going to be similar, but not exactly the same. So I'm going to go ahead and do the entire thing in the Ever After. And then quickly, before this dries on this one, I'm going to grab another tool that's similar. It's another makeup brush, you guys. But I love using makeup blending brushes for things like this. Okay, so there's the Ever After. And I've got another makeup I've got another little makeup brush, you guys. It's just a blending brush. And I'm going to dip that right into that meadow color that I've got. Had a little bit too much there. And I'm just going to brush this right over top there and give this a little bit of some extra dimension and color by mixing the two of them. And I'm going very light-handed right now, okay? And we'll have to see what that looks like when I pull it up, how close together those are, how different they might be. But I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be really, really awesome. Okay, I got to blend a little better. I wouldn't leave my eyeshadow like that at all. Okay. Thank you, Carol. All right, we have another leaf right here. Let's do the same thing. That's one of the bigger ones. Guess I could have done all of those at the same time, huh? I have a bubble edge. Oh no. It's definitely under my transfer too, y'all. I can see it. Darn it. Darn it. Thank you, Mary. All right, here we go. Just adding a little bit of this. Blending that right in over top. All I'm looking for is a little bit of color variation. This is going to be so pretty, don't you think? Ever after. Trying to pull it tight to make sure I don't have any air bubbles. The bubbles will allow your paste to get up underneath the transfer and it's going to smudge it. And you're going to end up with a glob. And I think I've got a glob over there because I did not press that one part of the transfer down like I should have. See how I'm kind of pulling it with my finger right here? That's to keep all the air bubbles out from underneath that one design that I'm doing right now. Thank you. All right, here we go. And just kind of blending that other color in to give the center of that leaf a little bit darker of a shade. And we'll see how it turns out. I have a real hibiscus on side. It goes to the top of your bay window. Newer pink one that's getting awesome. You guys, would I kill it? If I can't keep a plant alive, would I kill it? Will it survive in Michigan? Because if it will, I want to get one. Hi, Wanda. See, I can tell I've got an air bubble right there in that flower, so I'm going to push that out. And now it's over here underneath the transfer where I'm not going to be talking anyway. I just left it right there. Can you guys see the air bubble? But that's okay. As long as it's not in this space right here where I'm working at, I'll be fine. I should have pushed it out from underneath that leaf. You guys, look what I did. I wasn't paying attention. And I did the middle part. So let's just see. It will survive? In Michigan, really? I might have to get one, y'all. I might have to. Because I kill everything. Nope, the ink is going to have a lot more time than your paste will. I'm going to pull it up after I get like halfway through. So I've got one more flower to do. But you have a lot more time to work with ink than what you do with paste. All right, y'all. I went all the way to the center with this one, so it's just going to look a little bit different. It's a flower, right? They have cold weather ones, and your sister have one? I don't have a post for them. I literally got them at Walmart in the makeup section. Jerry, they're makeup brushes. That's all they are. And I don't have any links for Amazon or anything. They're from Walmart. They're just cheap makeup brushes. I might have even picked it up at the Dollar Tree. They're really just cheap makeup brushes. Make sure I have a Hardy one because I live in Michigan. Actually, I think that's where I got that other one too, was just the Dollar Tree. It seems like a long time. All right, we'll pull it up here in just a minute then. Let me blend this one out. Y'all are starting to worry. I should probably start to worry too. Because you're right, it's been a while. But we'll finish this flower up first. Oh, that's going to look beautiful. They come in 10 sizes. Oh my gosh. All right, let's pull it up then, okay? Let's go ahead and pull it up. Oh my goodness. You guys. Oh, my little blender wasn't that bad, you guys. Do you guys love that so much? Because I definitely do. And you can see the green variation. It's minor, but you can definitely see it. When I hold this up for you guys, you'll definitely see it. Does that look like you guys' hibiscus or no? Because I think it's beautiful. I think it's so beautiful. All right, moving on to the next one, you guys. We're going to keep going and get all these hibiscus flowers done. Have to come back each year. Thank you. And you guys, you can pick whatever colors you want to. Hibiscus has got so many colors. I looked it up. And I was like, what color is the hibiscus? Oh, wait a minute. I can choose whatever colors I want for my hibiscus. All right, I'm trying to get, you guys, since I pulled it up, now I've got more air bubbles I've got to contend with. So I really want to make sure that I've got this thing pushed back down tight before I do this flower. At the very least, this flower. Thank you, Renee. I let my squeegee get all the way down into my ink. This one just might go in the auction on Friday, you guys. It just might. We'll see. You never know what behind me might end up going in the auction. So if there's something you've been eyeballing behind me, be there on Friday. Because it might not be there after Friday. Thank you. All right, yellow again. Oh, see, there's another air bubble. I'm going to try to work that out. That's one of the reasons why I don't like pulling up when I'm doing ink projects, because then your air bubbles are a little bit harder to control. But I just don't have my paper towel ready either. But we'll get there. We'll get there. It's right there. I'm just going to squeegee it down. All right. Here we go, you guys. Let's get our pink on there. I'm going to go around and just give it a little bit of extra. You use this transfer tonight? You don't think you've ever seen me without a sweatshirt? Oh my gosh. I do wear sweatshirts a lot in the winter, you guys, because, well, I live in Michigan. It kind of feels good to not have a sweatshirt on, too. I have my air conditioning running, too. Can you believe that? All right, there's our pink. And we're ready to take our brush and just blend that out. The pink and the yellow. And you can blend this out as much as you want to, as far as you want to. You can blend it back in if you want to. Do your own thing. Make it yours. And then as I go out toward the edges, I'm just going a little bit lighter hand to really give that a good blend. Okay. Hi, Carol. Hi, Yolanda. Oh my gosh, Yolanda, how are you doing, girl? I haven't seen your name pop up in so long. I've missed you, my friend. Oh my goodness. Where have you been? All right. You have so much. Me too. I've got my pool going, you guys. I'm hoping that by Sunday when I come back from this trip, my pool is going to be perfectly crystal clear and ready for swim. But we'll see if my my chemical concoction that I put in there in these last couple of days will do the trick or not. Now it's just one of those time things where you just gotta kind of wait wait and see what happens. You're doing good. I'm so glad. I am so glad. All right, so that was a smaller one. We're not going to add the extra color to the smaller ones. I'm going to do this smaller one over here too. And then this is one of our bigger ones. So I'm just taking my fingers and pressing that down to try to get out any air bubbles before I do that particular design. If there's an air bubble in between, it's fine. Life has been lifting. That sounds good. What, this brush right here? It's a makeup brush from the Dollar Tree. This brush here is a makeup blender brush. Probably got that at the Dollar Tree too. Because if I'm buying it for crafting, I promise you guys I would not spend $14 or $6 or anything like that for a makeup brush to use for crafting. I just wouldn't. I probably saw it at the Dollar Tree and I was like, I'll probably get some good use out of that someday. And grabbed it. So check the makeup brushes at the Dollar Tree and see what you might have to work with. All right, so I'm starting at the stem and I'm just going out a little bit. Lighter handed the farther I go out. And just adding a little bit of a dark tone to this, right in the center. With some meadow. All right, guys, what do we have left? Just a couple flowers. Just a couple flowers. It's salt water, and thank goodness for the weekly pool boy. Because your hubby working mandatory overtime, I would have no clue. Oh my gosh, Tina. John calls me. Have you guys ever seen Breaking Bad? Darn it, I dropped my squeegee in the jar again. If you guys have ever seen Breaking Bad, John has called me in the past the Heisenberg of pool chemicals. Because it'll seem like there is no chance in hell that we're ever going to get it back to looking good. It's been black when we open it before, you guys. And within just a few days, I've got it crystal clear. And he's just like, I just don't understand what you're doing. And I've had some good teachers out of my pool school, or out of my pool store, that have taught me well on how to take care and maintain my pool. Thank you so much. There's a lot of yellow on there. And I still call them every once in a while because I forget things. I almost did it a fourth time, y'all, with that squeegee. All right, here we go. Pink in the middle. Just making a circle with pink. As close to that yellow as I can. Tap off a little bit extra. So you've got it kind of thick. And then we can take, oops, shucks, it might. See, I did it to the pink now, you guys. I've been making a mess with my squeegees tonight. This one probably will go in the auction. It probably will, because I'm loving how it's turning out. We got to raise some money for Watts of Love this weekend. So it probably will. All right, let's just pick up some of this paste, some of the yellow, and you guys, I'm pressing down pretty hard with this makeup brush because you do want to make sure when you're doing this that you don't see any of that white pillowcase left over, okay? If you still see it white, you didn't cover it well enough, and that ink is not yet in the fibers. So keep rubbing at it until it's all colored in. And then I'm just going to go very light-handed and just kind of blend it out. Do you know that Father's Day falls on Dale's and your 48th? I did not know that. 48th wedding anniversary? Girl, that's awesome for you. That's so awesome. That's a long time. Were you like 10 when you married him? Like, Carol. I got some green where I didn't want green because it's all over my hands, you guys. It's all over my hands. Hibiscus is the state flower for Hawaii. That doesn't surprise me. I've done my last 2 of these. And they won't come out. And they're watery as can be. I always tell you guys check your hands and then I don't do it. You were 18. That's a long time, y'all. Congratulations, Carol and Dale. Happy early anniversary. All right, you guys, let's try to get this last big one done here. So working those air bubbles just out of that one design. You can just do one design at a time. Take it one at a time. He was 23 and you were 18. Some puppy love right there. Turned into 48 years. Florian was married for 55. She's got you beat, Carol. Thank you, Wendy. So she's telling you got to make it to 55 to beat her. You got to make it to, well, to tie. You got many more years left, Carol. Enjoy them all. Right, Florine? Your 54th is coming up in August. Oh my gosh, you guys. All you lovebirds out there, I love that. Dated for 2.5 years before you were... So you guys have been together like literally your whole lives. Because 16 is still a baby. It really is. And if you're 16, you're watching right now, and you're saying I'm not a baby, you've not lived life yet, just so you know. You've not. You have no idea. Both of your sets of parents were over 50. He's your best friend. You love him more and more every day. It's your 30th on the 20th of this month. Yeah, how exciting, you guys. A lot of anniversaries coming up. May and June are like the anniversary months, though, aren't they? I feel like that's when all the anniversaries happen and all the birthday happen. You're 4 months shy of 16. Oh my gosh. 41 years on St. Patrick's Day. 54 years in January. Oh my gosh, you guys. Parents were married at 47. 39th high school sweetheart. Oh my gosh, you guys. Y'all are going to have me beat by a long shot because I didn't even meet John until I was almost 30. I'll never be able to compete with that, with high school sweethearts. 42 years for Christine. My goodness. Y'all are committed. That's some serious commitment right there. All right, here we go. Giving our swiggle on. 44 years in June. Your first married anniversary or your first dating anniversary, Carol? Your first married anniversary? I feel like you still get, yeah, anniversary. I feel like there's still like a dating anniversary too, because we all celebrate that when we're that young, don't we? Did you guys all do that? You know, we've been dating for a year. Let's celebrate our anniversary. Oh, I just got the question there, didn't I? Mary asks, how long have you and John been married? Mary, we're not. This, Linda, is just it's a makeup brush. That's all it is, and I think I got it at the Dollar Tree. Mary, we're not. We've been together for, June 9th will be 14 years. But we are not married. Don't judge me, y'all. Don't judge me. Oh. We're committed to each other. 14 years. You're right, Carol. Yeah, and Brenda, you're so right about that too. You're so right about that. The commitment is definitely there for us. Okay, you guys, we're down to our last one, and then we can pull. So Sandy, actually, we don't have that here in Michigan. Come to find out, they call it domestic partnership, whatever the heck that means. But we do not have a common law marriage in this state. Yeah, I think so too. And we call each other husband and wife. It was just, you guys, I mean, it's a long story. Some of you guys know my story. Some of you don't. We had been together for 2.5 years. And my dad always said to be a couple for at least 3 years before you get engaged, before you get married. That was my dad's thing. He's like, you know, be together for at least 3 years because people can. Oh no, it's okay. I'll tell my story. I'll tell you guys my story. My dad always said, because people can fake it for 3, but they can't fake, or people can fake it for 2, but they can't fake it for any longer than that. So by the 3rd year, you really know who a person really is. And they're no longer always putting their best foot forward and like trying to be on their best behavior. Their true colors shine after the 3rd year. That was my dad's thing, or after the 2nd year. Okay. That was just what he believed, what he taught me. And so I really had always thought, well, my dad would never even like approve of me getting married until we've been together for at least 3 years, right? And 2.5 years into our relationship, my dad was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. And he loved John, you guys. He loved John. John was the only guy I ever dated that my dad liked. And not just liked, like my dad saw John as a son. And they just loved each other. They would hang out together. They were really good friends. John would call my dad for advice. It was like a really, really good relationship between the two of them. But, my tape came up and I hope that didn't mess me up. But when my dad was diagnosed with cancer, it was stage 4. They gave him 6 to 9 months to live. Okay. I was almost 30. John was in his 30s. We had been together for 2.5 years. And I had this thought, and John agreed with it, that if we started trying for a baby, because we both knew we wanted to be parents and we weren't getting any younger, that if we both started trying for a baby, it would really give my dad something to fight for. To stay alive, to get to hold his first grandchild. Like, we never talked to my dad about that. That was me and John's thing. Like, if this can happen and we tell your dad that we're pregnant, you know, that will give him motivation to want to keep fighting this thing. And so we started trying. And my dad passed away 6 weeks after his diagnosis, you guys. We weren't pregnant yet. We weren't. But we were then set in our minds on being parents. And so even though my dad had passed away, we kept trying because now we really wanted to have a baby. We wanted to be parents. And after the kids came along, it was just kind of like, there's not time for that anymore. Like we can't plan a wedding for ourselves. And my whole idea of walking down the aisle without my dad was no longer there. It was all of those things, you guys, and it just didn't happen for us. So it's bristles. It is bristles, Beth. So that's my story, you guys. And we've just been living our lives as a family with my kids, and he's their dad and I'm their mom. And you know, the only difference is that in our family, I don't have the same last name. That's all. That's it. But that's how it happened. All right, you guys, let's pull the rest of this up and see how it turned out. There's my sob story, y'all. It's not a sob story, though. It's just my story. All right, you guys, I'm going to... Ooh, let's see. So far, so good, right? Let me see if I can get this thing to come up here because of the tape. Thank you, Mary. Well, you guys, I think it's perfect. I'm just going to tape this right to my desk for right now. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, that's perfect. Look how beautiful that turned out, y'all. Look how gorgeous that is. That's even better than I envisioned. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. All right, we're going to give this thing a quick dry here. Now, if you're at home and you're making one of these, I highly recommend, thank you. I do highly recommend that you just leave this sit overnight. Just leave it sit overnight. Let it completely dry naturally before you try to heat set it. What suggestion do I have for ink colors to make the pink color? The pink color flowers two-toned. I would do candy apple in the middle and then couture teal on the outside. That's what I would do. And you can even add a little bit of white to your candy apple to make it like a dark pink. Thank you. Can you guys see the color change in the green? Can you tell that that's there? Because I can definitely tell. You're going to do it just like me? Awesome. So I'm going to give this a dry as best I can with my little air dryer thing here. That's still really wet on that one. And then we'll pull the ink mat out and we're going to get this thing heat set tonight. And in with a pillow in there. Thank you. So you guys, I mean, you guys know my story now, and I hope that nobody would judge me for not being married, because I know that for a lot of, there's some people who just, you don't have kids before you get married, you don't have a house before you get married, and that's their views, there's their religious views, and they stick to that. But you guys, everybody has a different reason for how things happen in their lives, and we just have to be accepting of everybody. That's my opinion. So Mary Beth, I taped it off. Yep, I would do couture coral and red, like red on the inside and couture coral on the outside. Okay, Yolanda, I'll check that when I'm off of here. What was I saying, you guys? Just be kind to everybody. No judgment. That's my story. Don't judge people. Because you never know what life has given them. Oh, so I taped the edges because when you're doing a pillowcase like this, the closer that you get to the edge, the more it's hard to get rid of the air bubbles because that's where it's stitched together. So to me, it's easier because it's going to fold over the pillow anyway to just tape off the edges and have a more flawless look. Thank you, Mary. Well, I got a spot right there that's still a little wet. Okay, you guys, I think we're good to pull this ink mat out of here. Thank you, Roseanne. Thank you. Thank you, Patty. See, Carol, and same. You guys, I feel like we're gonna be like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, right? Look, they're doing their darn thing, and they love it. You're nothing gonna split those two up. All right, let's set our ink mat aside. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do this ink mat wash in just a little bit. But y'all, hold on for just a second. That's heated up. We are ready to heat press. But just so that I don't accidentally put my leg in my transfer that's just kind of laying here, I'm gonna take this to my tub real quick, okay? Just for a second. I'll be right back. It's right next door. You guys, John is sleeping, and it's like the dog is laying between his legs, and it's so stinking cute. That's so cute. All right, here we go, you guys. Thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, that's you guys. This day and age is just different than what it used to be. All right, here we go. I'm going to take my little ink mat here, or my heating pad mat. We're going to put that down on there, and then I'm just going to grab my piece of parchment paper, and we're going to heat set this, okay? On a pillowcase, I usually only heat set one side. Thank you, Brenda. But you can definitely turn yours inside out to do that as well. And we're just going to give this 30 seconds in each section, okay? So right here, I'm not getting all of it over here. I'm not getting all of it back here. So we are going to have to move this around. Ooh! Whoops, you guys. I just moved my whole camera. Whoops. Thank you. I did it again. All right, once we get that section done, I'm just going to move this right over here, and we're going to do the next section. 30 seconds on 350 on a Cricut heat press. If you don't have one of these, you can use a regular iron, no steam, for 2 to 3 minutes at medium to high heat. Medium to high. This is 350. You can go 325 if you want to. I tend to stay a little bit higher. Move my mat down a little bit so I quit hitting my computer. You inked a shirt today with the Grilling Me Softly with. I love that transfer. I played that song for my kids this morning and told them all about that transfer, and even my daughter laughed. Your mom was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. She kept saying she hoped to see her great-granddaughter. See? She was 76. Baby was born. They named her Hope. Did she make it to see her great-granddaughter? Did she make it? Oh my gosh. Mine has a big heat press. I don't even know what the size of it is. It's the biggest one that they've got, though, I think. I don't know. I asked John for a little one. Can you overheat a project? I would say yes. I've never done it before, but just as you can burn anything else, I think you could probably burn this. Just be careful. You know, you don't want to leave this sitting on here for minutes. The name of the song that goes with the grilling one is Killing Me Softly by the Fugees. Lauryn Hill sang it too. Really good song. I'm not going to sing it for you guys tonight, though. I'm just not. All right, 210. We're going to call this thing good. I can turn my heat press off now. And, y'all, let's stuff this baby. Let's stuff this baby. I do have pillow cover insert, or pillow inserts, actual pillows that I get on Amazon. Ooh. Oh, I guess that one was empty. They come in a 2-pack. Don't even. Is this... Oh, maybe I must have ordered the 4-pack, you guys. You have 3 boxes. I'm talking to open. You were busy today. Could not open them, but I opened the box. Oh, yay! It came already? That was fast, Carol. Thank you. All right, y'all. These come from Amazon. They're vacuum sealed, but once you pull them out, they do kind of fluff up a little bit. They're 17 by 17. Roberta Flake sang it wonderfully. I don't think I've heard that version. So you guys, these ones right here from Amazon, you just give them a little fluff because they've been vacuum sealed. And they're so comfortable, and they fit right inside these pillows covers perfectly. So you guys, once you've got this in here, I'll show you guys that even though I taped around the edges just kind of curl around the pillowcase, the pillow anyway. And so it still looks like it's a full design on the pillow. Okay? Let's get stuffed in there. You guys can see how that just kind of wraps around. You've got the whole design on there. I think that's gorgeous. This might just have to be mine. No, this might have to be an auction piece. I do so love it. All right, you guys, I told you I would show you. Yes, it is amazing what you can get on Amazon. I told you I would show you how I clean my ink mats. Okay, so let's do that really quickly. Really quickly, all right? Because my one is dirty and I probably want to take it with me tomorrow. So, oh, where do I want to put this? I don't want it to get dirty. All right, here we go, you guys. This is my ink mat, and it's filthy now. It's filthy. So if you've never seen me clean an ink mat, stay tuned. If not, type in flower and have a good night. If you don't want to watch this part, but you guys, make sure you type in flower and check out all that stuff. Our freebie is almost sold out. If it's not sold out already, the freebie with a $50 purchase. Your dogs like to drag them through the house. My kids are rough on mine too. All right, so to clean these things, I use a combination of Awesome Orange from the Dollar Tree and water. So this is my full bottle right here, you guys. I mix it in another bottle that I label Ink Matte Cleaner. Ink Matte Cleaner, okay? It's half tap water and half Awesome Orange from the Dollar Tree. There it is, you guys, if you want to do a screenshot of it. The word is flower tonight. Okay? And we're just going to spray this entire thing. Now, you guys, first of all, look at how sticky it is. It's not sticky at all. It's not pulling up on my hand. There's no stick left to this because I did a big sweatshirt that was all fuzzy on the inside. Okay, we're going to spray this down. And then Tina is, see, I'm getting confused because the Mom 15 is with $50 purchase. It's the freebie with the $75 purchase. I'm all confused about this month with the promos. I'm sorry. But it must be sold out already because Tina wasn't able to get hers. So, I knew it was going to be gone. They had a handful left at like 8 o'clock. Hi, Natalie. How are you doing? All right, you guys. So, we've got our Awesome Orange sitting on here. Our Awesome Orange solution. Typically, I would say wait about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay? 3 to 5 minutes. Got a ton of lint fibers off my ink mat. Made a huge difference bringing back your stickiness. Yes, absolutely. So I normally would go right now and wash my transfer and put it back on its backer sheet and maybe do the dishes. I don't even know. I would let it sit usually for at least 5 minutes tonight. We're just going to kind of power ahead to see what happens. And I'm just going to take a large squeegee. You guys, this is it's called a small, but it's big. Put in an order this morning. Yeah, this morning. I had a leader meeting today at 9 o'clock. And in that leader meeting, they said there were only a couple left. All right, you guys. I'm going to grab my squeegee, and all I'm going to do is just take my squeegee and squeegee my ink mat. Can you guys see the gunk already? And I didn't even give it the full 5 minutes. But it's lifting all of that fuzz right off my ink mat. Yep, 50-50 mixture. I didn't even give it the full 5 minutes. And look at all that lint. You guys, that's what's keeping it. Can we use the scraper with light pressure? I wouldn't use the scraper. I would just use one of these, the squeegee. I think the scraper has got, it's plastic, and so it doesn't have as much flex. And I would be afraid of actually scraping off the adhesive itself, where this kind of floats over top of the adhesive. But it's up to you what you want to try. But did you guys see all that gunk? Oh my goodness. I'm going to scrape this all right to the middle of my ink mat. All of this nasty lint, gunk. Look at that buildup. You use the paste scraper? I've never tried it with the paste scraper. I've always used the squeegee because I just felt like it was more gentle. But y'all, look at all of that was on here. This is why my pillowcase cover did not stick very well to this. This is all lint from the inside of a sweatshirt that I did before. You've also seen that you can use Windex. There you go, you guys. Windex is another option. But look at all of that. Ah! Ew! Y'all, that's a lot of gross fuzz right there, right? That's a lot of gross fuzz. All right, we're going to take a paper towel or 2 or 5. Tina says she just took hers to the sink and wiped it well and it came clean. There you go. All right, here we go. Just taking a paper towel. And, oh, there's a bunch more over here that I missed. All right. There we go. And I'm going to get all of that gunk right back off of there. And just start to dry this thing. Now, don't dry the entire thing with a paper towel because once the sticky starts to come back, you're going to end up with, and you guys look underneath it too. Okay, so underneath it, it's wet. It's wet underneath it. I will hang this. I have clips behind me where I hang my ink mats to dry. And I'll hang it to dry overnight before I put it back on my backer sheet. Okay? But here we go, you guys. I'm going to use a little bit of heat. Like I said, normally I would hang mine to dry. For you guys, I'm just going to give this a dry real quick to bring back that stickiness just like you do with your transfers, okay? Just like you do with your transfers. You can overheat your ink mat. You can warp your ink mat. You can burn your ink mat. Don't try this part at home. Just hang it to dry, you guys. All right, it's mostly dry right now. And look at the difference. You were surprised by the amount of lint. Here we go, you guys. Here's my hand. Like, that is clean now. That's clean now, you guys. It's not coming off. That is a sticky ink mat. That's what you want to use when it's clean. It's going to work wonders. It's going to do the best job for you. So there's the process for getting your ink mats clean. After you use them, when they do get sticky, yeah, you guys, you want it sticky, right? All right, one last time, let's take a look at that pillowcase. Awesome, right? Let's take a look at that pillowcase so I can get my picture with it. And then, you guys, I'm going to head out. There it is. You guys, flower was the keyword for tonight. I love the pillowcase. It's probably going to go in the auction on Friday. So I will not be live with you guys tomorrow night because I will be getting settled into our home that we're going to be staying at for a couple of days. And then Friday night, be on the Chalk Couture Facebook page. And I will be live with a bunch of my Chalk Couture friends. And we're going to be doing a fundraising event and auctioning off finished pieces just like this one, where you guys can place a bid, and all of the proceeds are going to Watts of Love, which is an amazing organization. So you guys tune in on Friday for that live auction, and I'll see you guys there, okay? Make another for a pair, Pam. I ain't got no time. I don't even have time to pack. Be there on Friday, and then I'm going to be live all day on Saturday, too, in the group that we created. So check those messages, you guys. I guess it's just going to turn tomorrow into my night off. But you guys, I'll share it all onto my page as well so you guys know where to find me, okay? All right, that's it. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? All right, bye, everybody.